Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Talking to Martin Hamish, a game where we talk to Martin Hamish. It's an aptly named series.
Mr. Hamish, was someone from your family connected with Kew Gardens?
Family? No. I'm the only one with a passion for botany.
You lie. Ooh, you're a liar. You are a liar. Where's the... Yeah, you're full of it.
I do not think so. This photograph of you and your father at Kew Gardens suggests the opposite.
But you have no right to.
Do tell us more about your father.
He was, indeed, the greatest botanist of his time in the British Empire. He worked together with Montague Dunn until the end of his life. He brought me in at the age of 12.
Did he get on well with Mr. Dunn?
No, I couldn't say that. They expanded Kew Gardens together, that was all. And it was all my father's work, for Dunn always lived the high life.
So Mr. Dunn was not helping your father?
Oh, yes, he provided the financial support. And as far as he was concerned, that fulfilled his role. But the worst of it was, he declared himself as the master of Kew Gardens. Fame meant nothing to my father. So it was easy for Mr. Dunn to take all the credit.
So there's...
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
There's huge motive here. Huge motive. Okay, let's go get Toby. We need some, we need a good nose. I can't remember for what room. But I'm sure we'll figure it out. Do we have anything to examine? Or, like, check our archives for? I don't think so. I don't think... Oh, we totally do. Oh, we totally... Yeah, we got... Okay. Broken pots and stuff. Stolen plant list. A list of exotic stolen plants exhibited at Kew Gardens. Carnivus. Okay. This is a parliament. Nope. 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 No. No. Plant hormones?
That is not the one I need.
Okay, well, you know what? It's about plants. Exotic plants, Volume 4. Poisonous. These plants have a certain toxicity in common, more or less variable. Dionic carnivorous? Yeah, carnivorous. Only the first three can be dangerous to humans, particularly Florum diabolica, which was a stolen one, but only under very specific conditions. The plant should react to the process of aggression, which it issues
Here it is.
Deadly spores. Ah. Okay. Let's make a deduction right then and there. Deadly stolen plants, and the spots inside his thing? Poisoning, and the deadly stolen plants. Yeah. The killers, maybe those who stole the exotic plants, including the deadly species from the last exhibition at Kew Gardens. Right. Search for the symbol of the broken pot. Symbol of the broken flower pot found in the backyard. The symbol is not from Kew Gardens. The glyph means divine, if I'm not mistaken. Something that says divine. Glyphs? Greek history?
That is not the one I need.
Okay. Newspapers? I kind of doubt it. No.
That is...
No. Nope. Nope. Scandal at the Divine Syndicate.
That is not the one.
Okay, well, you know what? You can see how maybe I thought that... East African. It doesn't tell me where it's from. A glyph. It's a glyph, though. So, Egyptian? So maybe... Research? Blood tests? Poisons and toxins? Wounds and injuries? Martial arts? Marks and symbols. The Divine Syndicate. Aha! The Divine Scholastic Syndicate for Vegetation Veneration. The members of this syndicate worship Truan, the God King. They strive to obtain spiritual peace and release themselves from the material world, so generous donations are appreciated.
Here it is. The Divine Syndicate is not a supplier to Kew Gardens. Besides, there is no address here.
Okay. This symbol. It's just an S. Probably research again. Skulls and crossbones, religious symbols, London garden supplies. Seymour's Garden, we're a premium supplier for all your landscape gardening and timber requirements. Full range supply and delivery of sands, soils, mulches, pots, and anything else you may need. 3 Burlington Road, London. I guess
Here
we're
it
headed
is.
there. Are we? Is that where we're going? No? Yes? Yes, no, yes? No. No, we're not. We are going to retrieve Toby, though.
Come on, Toby. We have some work for you to do. Let us go to Kew Gardens.
Let us go to Kew Gardens with our Toby. I think it's cute that he shows up in the carriage. I mean, he's an ugly dog. Almost just by default of the fact that he's a dog, not a cat. Well, that's fine. You know, whatever. Let the dogs do the work and let the cats do the snuggle, you know? What are you doing, Watson? He's just faking it. There's no... What is he doing? Who reads by tracing with their finger still? Do you do that? Ladies and gentlemen, folks, it happened. I knew it would happen someday. I didn't know it was going to be today. I was in the middle of recording an episode and the power went out. So, I've eaten some lunch. It was a lovely hot dog. And drank some more coffee. And yeah, luckily there was a save point literally right before we got in the carriage. So we're back to where we need to be. Woo! Could have been much worse. All right, now, what is the length of this carriage ride? Good Lord. My God. All this pipe smoke can't be good for the dog. All right, well, let's open our deductions, I guess, while we just sit around and... Really, none of these... We must be able to connect some more of these. Poisoning and some deadly plants were stolen. Okay. All right. Deadly. Mrs. White's family. And her studies? Nope. Her studies and her expulsion. No. Deadly plants stolen. There's a new director. Kind of. And Albert's ambitions. His anger. Yeah, look at that. Made the connection. Martin Hamish had a motive. He believed that he and his father's lives had been ruined by Dunn, who had taken credit for all their work. Hamish wished to take over the directorship of Kew Gardens. Kew Gardens? Kew. But he knew that would not be possible while Dunn was still alive. Yeah. That's right. Aha, we made it. It's a good thing the ride was so long. We were able to, we were just sitting there pondering. We're like, how does Martin potentially fit into all of this? And
let us take Toby to the laboratory.
Sure
he
enough.
will pick up the scent of this mysterious substance.
To the laboratory. Brr. Oh,
Search,
perfect.
Toby. Search.
Oh. Opens the door. Wow. How did I do that? I forgot how aggravating this can be. This is 2 cases in a row that we've used Toby on. Useful dog. The useful pooch. Was that a thing? Should I have stopped here? No? So there was a suspicious scent in the laboratory. Watson literally he's constantly in everybody's way. Even Toby's. Even Toby, like Sherlock and Toby are able to sit and lament on what a pain in the ass Watson is. What do we got?
Congratulations, Toby. Now let us see what you have found.
A hidden bottle. The bottle
This is the bottle that was used in the laboratory. It was buried here.
and contained the poison.
There is still some liquid remaining in the bottle, with gold flakes. A tiny caterpillar. Not surprising to see one in a garden, but at the bottom of a bottle.
Well, I mean, the bottle was also just buried. Do caterpillars go underground? Ever? Caterpillars fascinate me a great deal. Moral fragment. There's got to be a statue missing a piece. Okay. So I guess we could go back and examine that fragment. Let's talk to these guys first. See if there's anything new to discuss. I found a bottle in the garden.
Are you aware of the Divine Syndicate?
The Divine what? Is this a joke?
No, I am quite serious.
What a ridiculous name. Anyway, I have never heard of this syndicate.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
You know, I don't know if he's got the... I mean, he's got a good... He does. He's got a solid motive. And he lies every time we talk to him. I get the feeling that he's lying to us.
Tell me, have you ever heard of the Divine Syndicate?
No, I cannot say that I have.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
I mean, I buy that. You know, it could have been... He probably could have been more convincing. But he also wasn't... I didn't find that in any way suspicious. Let's talk to Mrs. White. Ask her if she knows about the Divine Syndicate.
The Divine Syndicate. Does that name mean anything to you, by any chance?
Not at all. But it is a very pretty name.
She's weird.
Thank you, miss.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to go back to my laboratory and take a look at what the hell was in this bottle. Thank you, Toby. You have been most useful, considering you are of canine descent. Did the actual Sherlock Holmes have a Toby? Have a dog? Is he a bloodhound? I don't know my dogs. I'm guessing he's a bloodhound. Right, because hounds are the ones with the noses. They're used for things.
Let us determine just what we have found here.
Okay.
Let us pour liquid from the bottle into a test tube to perform an analysis.
Okay.
This is the bottle that we found hidden at Kew Gardens. Let us use a pipette to take a sample of the liquid and fill a test tube.
Right, of course. I have to use the pipette. How could I have forgotten? How we do it? We do it with pipettes. Okay. How was there liquid in there still? It was buried. That seems...
A colorless, water-based liquid.
Maybe it's water.
Quite a strong floral aroma.
Taste?
Holmes? What are you doing?
It has a bitter taste.
What if it's poisonous?
Did you ever see poison stored in enormous jars like that? Anyway, there is a doctor nearby.
So what do you think it is?
It is some kind of organic compound. Let us vaporize the liquid and see what happens.
All right. Yeah, let's turn it into a gas. Why not?
Small colorless crystals. Colorless, tiny crystals that are soluble in water with a floral smell and a bitter taste. Watson, could you pass me that small bottle, please?
I'm not
Of
onto.
course.
I'm not.
Here you are. Holmes, do you know what it is?
I'm not making the same deductions.
Wagner's reagent. There was a label on the bottle that you passed to me.
No, Holmes, I meant the bottle that we found.
Let me add the reagent and see if there is any sediment, and then I shall tell you.
Okay. Let's use a pipette. We can also probably turn this off now. No, we prefer to leave it running. Okay.
Red sediment, just as I suspected.
Me too.
This liquid is of organic origin. It contains some alkaloid. Most likely it is unstable, and that is why there is a quantity of gold dust to prevent contamination. This mixture is probably a fertilizer. Someone was carrying out unusual experiments in the garden's laboratory.
Okay. God, she never leaves. What a weird thing for the game to have as a like, really. You know, some guy was like, I have an idea for what we could do with the
A map of life.
the telescope. I see no reason to go back to Scotland Yard. We don't have any suspects there. All we can really do is keep asking questions, I guess. I kind of thought we were going to go to the... I wasn't sure why, but I kind of thought we were going to go to the garden supply place. No? What was the point in finding that address? Let's look at some more deductions. There's got to be something we can figure out here. White studies. No. Deadly plant stolen. I feel like deadly plant stolen and the poisoning really should be connected. No. Alright, nothing goes together. That's fine. That is hunky-dory. Now, we are performing an experiment.
Just be careful with the plants during your inspection.
Okay. What about you?
Excuse me, but I have to tidy up this room.
No. All right, back to the room in which the experimentation was happening. We haven't found another thing for that. Is there... Where's a map? Is there a building we haven't been in? So we've been in the office, the cloakroom. We've been in the reserve, the nursery, the seed house, dry tropics, water lily gallery. We weren't able to do much with the ventilation system, but it did say that it was a point of interest, and they've been making a big deal. Like, there's a sign at every inlet and outlet here that talks about how everything's controlled, like moisture, ventilation controlled. Oh. Huh. There's a clue.
It is a bust of Montague Dunn.
And it's probably missing a marble chunk. Yes, perfect.
I am curious if the marble that we found will fit this place.
No, you're not. Look at it. Obviously it does.
Here it is. The marble fragment that we found in the Colonial Collection Room is what they have in common.
Uh-huh. This is a big... It's like it's just a big place. Big crime scene, eh? Like so much going on. I don't know, we can take a look at the ventilation system again.
A ventilation system. It should regulate the temperature.
Right. There's nothing we can do with it? Nothing over there. Guess we can talk to... Probably. There's dialogue that can happen. Oh, okay, yeah, we can talk to someone now.
Kew Gardens is such an exciting...
Oh, it's so wonderful. I don't know what I would ever do without this job, or Sir Albert, who I've been sleeping with, or I'm quite devastated about Sir Montague, his father, who I was also sleeping with. That's a bloody disappointment, isn't it? Isn't it?
Welcome to the dry tropics. Do you know anything about this bust that has a broken piece? What a place. Botany doesn't really interest me. Plants and stuff. Hey, there's a statue of your dad.
Excuse me, but I have to tidy up this room.
Okay, bloody hell. Must be you then. And his office overlooks the colonial room.
There is a bust of Montague Dunn in the nursery.
A bust? Oh, that old thing. Further proof of that outrageous ego of his.
But why in that room in particular?
Oh, I don't know. It has always been there.
No, it hasn't. Because we found a piece of it in the colonial room.
It is strange, because I recovered a fragment of the bust inside the Colonial Collection Room.
Really? Oh, well, so I am mistaken. It ought to have been removed during the cleanup. This room is so small.
Do you know who moved it?
I have no idea. Surely Mr. Dunn requested it. Do you have any more questions like this? Because fragments of rock are not my responsibility.
Evidently.
Yeah, but you claim to know this place.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
He claims to know the place so damn well. Right?
Excuse me, but I have to tidy up this room.
I figured that... Get the... Some deductions? Can I make deductions? No. What do you think, Watson?
What should we do next, Holmes?
You're never as helpful as I would like you to be, Watson. I don't know if you know that. We never got into the safe. We never got in to the safe. But nothing happens. Oh. Wait. Oh, wait. Whoa, 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 whoa. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Ah. Okay. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. See what we're doing? What? 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Haha. This will be game changing. I hope. My dear friend, please allow me to express my disappointment upon reading your last letter. I am paying you to defend me, not to accuse me. Kew Gardens is a royal institution. We are granted the great opportunity to travel the world and save the most extraordinary, precious, and rare species of plant. Our duty is to protect such species, and from those who might wish to use them for dubious purpose. This divine syndicate of whom you speak have no right to hold such precious plants. Remember the case of June 14th, 1889. So I must respectfully ask you once again to notarize the permissions on these plants on behalf of Kew Gardens. The documents were sent to you on Monday. P.S. See you in Boodles on Tuesday, as always. Montague Dunn. Mr. Dunn, we must ask you for the last time for the return of our dear sister. You do not have any right to hold them imprisoned. Sisters, you do not have any right to hold them in prison. They do not belong to you. Your so-called permissions are wholly false. You are hiding behind lies. The lie, we need not elaborate, that was reported in the press as the case of June 14th, 1889. What you have done is quite abhorrent. Be very sure that we shall never abandon our family members. We trust you and regret having done so. We trusted you and regret having done so, the Divine Syndicate. Sisters as in plants?
I suggest that we don't tell Miss Margaret White about this document.
The debt of Miss Margaret White to Montague Dunn. Rental of a suite of rooms at Oxford Street, an educational scholarship at the London University, credits opened at Hamilton, renting in a house Taylor's at the... Okay. Let's do some things. Find a pair of related clues. And yeah, he had to step in and pay for stuff. Margaret White's studies and social situation were completely dependent upon Montague Dunn's wealth. Miss White and Mr. Dunn had a recent disagreement. Montague Dunn was planning to release Miss White from her position at Kew Gardens. Okay. We definitely need to go talk to people now. Answers the archives? What's the complaint?
Just be careful with the plants during your inspection.
I miss having the archives in the back of the carriage, right where we are. Let's go see if we need to talk to Miss White. And then, I guess we'll go all the way back just to search our archives. It's kind of super friggin' irritating.
Poor Mr. Montague Dunn.
Okay.
It is so...
All right, we'll go back. We'll search our archives, and then we'll come back again. God. It's a little frustrating. Too bad smartphones haven't been invented. You can just, keep it all in a Google Doc. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Please do all three. It's how I keep the power on. Although it clearly hasn't been working. And until next time.